And here come the pretzels. Dargan quests. If Grand Theft Auto gets weak in 5 years, the achievement for hiring a prostitute would be called Swiggity Swooty. What? What? Anyway, what are we naming this boyo? Anybody want to kick in a name? I've only got 4 spaces of non-Romaji. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Oh, Kurafin, thank you for Lufia points. Fistful of clams. That's great. See, that's fine. Clam jam. Space clam. No. Swiggity swooty. I'm coming for that booty. What is happening right now? Alright, if no one has a name, I'm just gonna... Thank you, Moses Plan, for Lufia 2 points. I think we're almost there, aren't we? Oh! Ver Jr. Ooh, okay. You didn't actually give points for that. Alright, Smootu. Teddaby. That's it. Beautiful. Sorry, Kurafin. Smootu beat you to it. I'm gonna have to refund your points eventually. Teddaby. There we go. Alright, we're playing some DQ5. We're playing the 5. How do I refund these points? Reject. Beautiful. Done and done. Okay. Oh, Papa Sama. Your kid's been born. Love watching that Terabee. Congratulations, Papas. Truly a cute little ball of boy. Oh yeah, what are you gonna name this kid? Trevi the toddler? How about television? That's a good name for a kid. Pancrez. Television. Oh. Television. From today, you are television. I'm liking this name already. Cough, cough. Oh no, Martha. Are you okay? Oh no. Yoshi's Island flashbacks. DQ5. It's a game called DQ5. V! Meanwhile. Oh, I want every scene to start with meanwhile. Start the game on a high note of woman dying of childbirth. Ver Jr. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Wie és come tu.
Oh my! Oh, that's right. Neo Antoine has the command emote. V has come too. Well, that's a great way for this to start. Television looks inside the drawer. Oh, thank God. Oh no, it does that half step thing. God damn it. I prefer when it's just, you know, one step. Hi, Dad. What's inside the barrel? Nothing. Bring, bring. Yo. We are flying. Oh, how the roofs fade in and out. That's, oh yeah. Sorry, that's right. For Junior, you've only played 9, right? Yeah. The roof thing is that's a DQ thing. It's been doing that since the first game. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I think Final Fantasy 1 also did something similar. I'm the captain of this boat. All right, talking about me and my dad. So you can examine the bookshelves in this one, but can you find anything there? Do-do-do-do-do. Sorry. Well, I wasn't crying. Oh, okay. Gwork! With Lufia points. That's classic work. Classic work. Oh, this already feels relaxing and good. I feel like you're going to breeze through this game. Well, we do have achievements to worry about, so it might be a little tricky. Looks like your dad's traveling across the world on a trip looking for something. I don't know nothing about it, but I hope he finds it. Oh, this little kid, your mom's gone and you're raised by your dad. What a tough job. Ooh, Trej. I don't think that's for me. God damn it. Yeah, it's all locked. Shoot. Locked. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Those barrels are locked. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh, I love that you can see the shadow of the mast. Off to the right there. That monster is locked. We've arrived at the port! Drop the anchor. Oh, and I guess... Oh. Bamboo. Oh my goodness. We made it. Well, we missed it. We'll get it next go around. Oh, there's a dock. I think the whole scene with wait a minute. Hey, go down and get your dad. Tell him we're here. Okay. You're not my dad. He's been away from the village for 2 years. How's it Heisen? We're playing Dragon Quest V, now available on the Super Famicom. Jump on in, the dragon water's fine. See? Did you forget anything? You checked the drawers and everything? Yes! Hey there, hi's there, ho's there. Oh, that's right, in the original version there's no scene with, Rich Dude and Flora. Or what's her name? In the localized version. It's not Flora, is it? What's her name? It was just old Chibi Figs from DQ13 be re-released! Ooh, what Chibi Figs? I played the first one for SNES. Very funny game! Oh, you mean the remake of DQ1? Oh, those are cute! I like those a lot. Those are great. I want those figs! Wahaha. Television. Your father must talk with this person. Go play. But don't go too far. Okay. Yeah, this was remade on the PS2 in... I want to say 2005? It's really good. I consider that probably the best version. Just because the beautiful orchestrated soundtrack. Hi, ma'am. That's right. Pappas is looking for something important. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah! PS2 version. Slimes. Yeah, I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up. Ow. Ow, though. Could you not? That hurts real bad. Don't hurt me. Oh, suddenly Dad appeared. Iki naughty Dad. That's right, Abe. Are you alright, television? Dad casts heal on me. He's a nice dad. Suddenly Dad. Oh god. A green worm. Kubi Naga Itachi. A long neck ferret and a heel slime. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Goddamn fart weasels. I hate that so much. I'm level 2. I'm a level 2 TV. This is NES version. No, this is Super Famicom. Super Nintendo. SNES. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the only Dragon Quest games on the NES were 1 through 4. Man, my dad's real popular. Everyone's coming out to say hi. This guy has a fire going. Even the nuns are happy. Yeah, Ape. That's one of the lesser moments in DQ localization history. I mean, it's fine. It's just they really, really embraced the whole dad joke, bad pun element of it. But like, they're not even that bad in Japanese, though. Alright, Bianca wants to go play upstairs because the adult talk is boring. I agree, Broken Quest. Thank you for Lufia points. I'm Bianca. Do you remember me? No. Yeah, that's right. You were still small. I'm 8 years old. Is she saying she's 2 years older than me? Shall I read you a book? Wait just a sec. Oh, this is too cute. She can read. Alright, I'll read for you. So, in the sky, oh, this is no good. These letters are too difficult. There's too many difficult letters. There we go. Bianca, you gotta go home now. Okay, mama. Yeah, she's a big kid. I have to listen to her. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is the series' whole thing, Ape, is it's just full of puns and dad jokes, but, like, the Japanese version, like, it seems like the Japanese versions of the games have a good amount of puns and dad jokes, but I feel like the localizers for modern DQ, I feel like somebody told them, hey, this series is known for its puns and dad jokes, and they're like, oh, okay, then we're gonna ramp it up by 3,000 fucking %, because it's way more in the English versions than it is in the Japanese versions. It's fine either way. Was it you maybe Ray said that there's a tutorial book on some D game written by Tutorial Learn Goods? Because that's a funny joke. Probably. I don't remember. Hi, Dad. Terebi Bochan. Like, I feel like this isn't an example, but it's like it's what they would do these days. Like, if you had a villain in Dragon Quest, there was just a skeleton named Kevin in the Japanese version. In the English version, they would translate that as, like, they would change his name to One Night with a K, One Night in Hell. It was kind of funnier when he was just Kevin. I'm going to the church to save. First, we're gonna jam. Oh, I can't jam. Oinori. Oh man, drank all my coffee. I'm gonna go grab some tea. And while I do that, I want you guys to enjoy this beautiful town music. And then read this. And I want you to tell me what it means when I come back. We're doing I'm gonna quiz you on Japanese. BRB. Oh, there we go. Oh, Neo's going to sleep instead. Koko wa kyokai. Naka ni haite, oinori o sureba, bouken no shou ni kiroku dekiru n da yo. This is a church. You can save your game in here. Itazura inari. Yes, this is tea. We're doing a tea. I'm doing a ryokucha because it's a cha I like. Hi, Bubble Roxy. Na iwake. I do have a slime as a shirt. I'm wearing a slime today. Delicious. Do 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 do. All right, Dad. All right, Dad's going out. I'm gonna be good. If ha's at the end, is it pronounced differently? Ha as a particle is pronounced wa. The hell was that? Oh, that was my dad. I have the Ito and Oicha and Jasmine green tea. Those are great. Makes sense. Yeah, it's hang on here. Yeah, it's sometimes can be confusing, but it'll come naturally after a little while. Too hot for the slime helm, I bet. Ape, you're so correct. It's not even an option anymore. Can't get cold, unsweetened, strong tasting green teas besides those. Oh, this is so much better. I missed Dragon Quest. Merca Brand's green tea are all weak as hell and sweetened. Yeah, it's gross. Oh god. Togebozu. He's kind of cute though. Slime Boys! Well, they're dead now. Durgle Clerk, Fleur, bump, 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 bump. I had the option of playing the fan translation, but I'm not a fan of fan translations. And I'm certainly not gonna play something done by an outfit called DJAP. That's uncomfortable. Give me that herb. Bum, 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 bum. Making progress. Okay. Encounter Ray could take a nap for a little bit. That'd be cool. Oh god. Broken Quest. Don't give them ideas. Although I can't even imagine the former is still around, right? I mean, this... Oh my god! Dilophosaurus Rex! That's a cool dinosaur. I think. I mean, the fan translation for this came out in, what, 2003? So I imagine they have long since lost interest. Danger, don't enter. It says danger, don't enter. But you can't read, so you don't know that. I always thought that was cute. I'm gonna enter. Well, that sign won't stop me because I can't read. Don't exist anymore than Gideon Z, who does things under Eon Genesis, but really it's just him and sometimes A.N. Nihan, a lady who has been in the sea for many years and is a fantastic answer doing stuff. Okay. Well, I don't remember if I can die here or not. I don't remember if this is one of those, don't worry, your dad will find... Oh, blorb, gotta go. Hokum smokum. Oh boy. Oh. Bye. Okay. Right, pretty nice map transitions. Sancho, I need to rest. I got bullied by a bunny. I'm just a little boy. Good morning. It's definitely in my top 5 DQs. Maybe top 3. Yeah, I'll say top 3. It's really good. I put the DS version of this on my Chivo wish list. Oh, nice! I really, really hope that if someone ever does a set for Dragon Warrior 3 GBC, that they do a solo hero run. Because as far as I know, that's the only version of the game where a solo hero run is... I mean, it's possible in all versions, but it's the only version where it's realistic. Because for some bizarre reason, that's the only version of the game that does not have invisible boss regen. So you can just take your time. As a lone warrior, beat up some bossos. These first two the two games are good enough they're not very Japanese, therefore released localized. Bianca! The town where I live is west and it's called west of here and it's called Al Kappa. When you were small, your dad brought you there to my house a lot. Cool. Gotta go. Yeah, like, I mean, it's, yeah. Yeah, Neo Antoine, every version of Dragon Quest III except GBC, certain bosses have invisible HP regen. Like, Baramis, for example, will regen between 90 and 110 HP per round, and it sucks. You just constantly have to be doing huge damage. See, and I thought it was only the Famicom version that did that. So, I did my solo hero run on the GBC, easy, and I went to do one on mobile recently, and I got to Baramis, and 50 or 60 rounds into the fight, I'm like, huh, something's odd here. I used up every prayer ring in my inventory, and I'm like, that shouldn't be. So then I looked up how much HP he had, 2,500, and then I started counting it on a subsequent attempt. Did way more than 2,500, he still didn't die, and I'm like, oh no. Did they bring it back? It turns out they didn't bring it back, it never left except for GBC. It was real dumb. I remember being solo here in the SNES one and having to grind at some crazy levels to beat Baramis to beat out region. Yeah. And that's where I left it on the mobile version. I was like, well, yeah, I can grind this out, but boy, do I really want to. So what I started doing instead is grinding seeds. Because I got to level 51 or 52. And that's when you start to get to diminishing returns with your levels. So now I'm just grinding seeds. Poo and P and poo and P. Oh shit, you know what? Hang on. I should probably buy equipment. P and poo and P and poo. Let's see what we got equipment-wise. Oh, Gorgle Borgle. It still amazes me how the stunning DQ11 still plays basically 100% like this. I think DQ12 is supposed to shake it up finally. That's what they said. And, yeah, I don't know. Because they also said that about DQ9, but then they walked it back after people got angry. And this time, I don't think anybody got angry, so I think they're just gonna very quietly try to slip some action into the series, and I kind of hope they don't. Like, that's what Final Fantasy is for. Like, guys, you got your two big flagship series. One, the whole point is that it's constantly evolving and changing into something new. And the other one, the whole point is that it's traditional. You don't need to make a lesser Final Fantasy. You already have that. It's called Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, the 2D HD remake of DQ3 really looks good. Oh my god. Copper sword. Kashinatsui, that's some kind of staff. Togata Hone, sharpened bone. I can't even equip it. Bamboo spear. Oh, I do have a club equipped. Okay, so I do have a weapon. Well, I guess I'll save up for the copper sword. Is there no armor shop? Spice Sega said a lot of things to do with... Wait. I liked a lot of things to do with 1313, but of course both had issues since they didn't take their good ideas and run with them. Again. I can't have an opinion on 13.2 because I have not played it. And my opinion of 13 is just that it's there. It's absolutely... I can say this. Out of all the games that I've played, it is one of them. I can't tell you a single plot beat from that game. I couldn't tell you a single character trait out of any of those characters. Move, sir, please. You don't move, do you? You don't move, do you? What's your deal? Sir? Fine, bye. I guess if I had to say something positive, I kind of liked the battle system of 13. Where everyone's constantly changing roles. Like, it doesn't make sense at all from like a... Like, if you start thinking about the game as a rational thing. But, I mean, as a video game system, it's like, yeah, alright, I can suspend my disbelief to play video game. I like doing that. I'm gonna follow my dad. Let me in. God damn it. delicious tea. Put it in a glass, put it in your face. The tea, not the glass. Good morning. Glad we're back to chill out. Yes, it's not a crook. I am so much happier. Although I will need to very quickly look up a loose walkthrough. Walk through. Beautiful. Oh, right. There's a dude. Dude! I have to save dude. Paradigm system. Right, Optima change. That's what it was. I've only played the Japanese version, but I seem to remember hearing paradigm shift. Introduce a lot of strategy to the more difficult epic scale boss battles. FF13 has a cool battle system that do not explain at all. Gotta switch paradigms every 10 seconds to maximize throughput. I am always trying to maximize my throughput. I just find it tricky sometimes. Like, how much throughput is enough throughput? Gotta maximize the deeps. Why I do that? How dare you? How dare you crit me? Boop, 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 boop. The Drank Baby! Thank you for the follow. And I hope everything's going great. I really hope you're not like a toddler sipping on a bottle of vodka. No, you know what? I do hope you are that. That'd be pretty great. Here we go. Here's dude. Goo goo. Now he's baby too. Oh, love me some DQ. Always good. I'm a big fan. I am slime. Alright, I'll move the... Okay, I guess I'll deal with Monstros first. Yeah, like that one. Bubble rocks, he has slime, it's a pet. Oh, crap. Oh, thank God. There. Thanks for helping, kid. Medicine for Duncan. Oh, Chivo. Cool. Cool.
Dankashevo.
Dankashevo. How long have I had this cow in a bush? I want to Sobe that shit. I'm so stooped. Alright, and I have to eat a delicious herb. That's what I'm talking about. 200% of self-processing is built. It is built into retro achievements. Allow me to do the thing. There it is. Chug on rum and cokes between 3 and 5. That's... Alright. That's a fact about you. Boop boop. What brand is the... Oh, it's just Family Mart store brand. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that might not be on Amazon. Alright, let's get out of here. I gotta go talk to Sancho. And maybe level up so I can learn heal? That would be great. I got my wish! Oh, I got that Hoimi. Got the Hoims. Oh my god, Hoimi 420! Thank you for the follow! Oh, that rules. Oh, truly the world's most restorative herb. Oh, that was great. I learned Hoimi and we got a Hoimi. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, no, that's not how I sleep. Hi, Sancho. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, you're awake, television. Got the medicine. Alright. When do I get to go on a ghost adventure? Is he only spelled Behoimi or is Hoimi? Yeah, Hoimi is the base version. Hoimi is heal. It goes Hoimi, Behoimi, and then depending on what version, what game you're playing, there could be some ones in between. I think there's what's regen? They added a regen one. I know Behoma. All right, the basic ones are Hoimi heal, Behoimi, which is heal more or more heal, depending on which version you're playing. Behoma is heal all or full heal. And then Behomada is heal us or multi-heal. And Behomazun is heal us all or omni-heal. But yeah, Hoimi is the base. Gross. Look at these gross stink rats. We're on our way to bring Duncan some meds. He needs them. Boop, boop, boop. I was reminded of the Pani Pony character Behoimi. What is Pani Pony? Ah, Okami-san, okaeri nasai. You got meds? Duncan's hurting real bad. Alright, well, they're doing cool adult stuff, so I'm gonna go for a walk. Bianca, why don't you come with me? Or don't, that's cool. Or do! Fun. Nope. Boop, 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 boop. All these kids are torturing this kitty. Alright, so. Defeat the ghosts in Renewal Castle, and we'll give you the cat. That's... Okay, we want that, because I think that's a plot flag. There we go. I want some armor. Pony Pony is a Yonkama manga, and Pony Pony Dash was made as the anime version, but it's unfortunately just like a characters just few since it was hard to follow. Do I want a leather dress? Do I want a wooden hat? Is there a list of treasures in the castle? Because that's how I plan my... Cyanide! Thank you for Luf Puntos. Los Puntos de
Plot
Luf.
flags!
That's it. That's the plot flags noise. Alright, I think we should, and as is the Dragon Quest way, I think we should prioritize offense. I think I need a boomerang from this guy. Which costs... Everyone all together. Hoemi 420. There we go. Oh, the boomerang is for Terebi. Oh, she gets the whip! She gets the rose whip. Ooh! I might want to buy that first. Maybe not. Nice. Ba-ba-bam. So we're going to need 770 for the weapons altogether. Oh, boyo. Alright, we're going to do some grinding later. Being was a healing magic girl's presence was never explained, but they would make Dragon Quest jokes about her, but would be cut off from saying the entire game name. Of course. Let me out! That is kind of cute. That this guard is just standing there. It's like, come on, kid. Knock it off. I want that treasure. How I get that treasure. Secret. Oh, you know what? I bet it's when I come back here in the future when it's ruins. But I can just walk right in. 350 for a boomerang? Is this every DQ game? I don't know. He's just pushing the killer. Fuck off, dude. Come on. Get out of here. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Seed of Resilience. Wyvern's Wing. Cool roof. Well, gotta go. Nailed it. I'm good at roofs. Is it roofs or roofs? I'm gonna say roofs. Alright, Dad, can we go to bed so we can sneak out tonight? Thank you, Heis. Ba-ba-bum. Good night. TV, wake up, TV. It's Bianca. Alright, we're sneaking out. We're going to Ghost Castle. We're going to Spook Manor. Because we gotta save that little kitty. Uh-huh. When you're a coffee eater and you have a Kalita 102 and a Hario V60, but you're sitting there gazing longingly at the Kalita wave. Itazu, are you okay? That's just sounds. Are you having a neurological event? What is wrong with you? Oh god, I think it is up to 10 towers. No, I'm not okay. Yeah, I caught. I'm aware. Yes. All right. Now these kids can truly adventure. Boo-doop boop. Sneaking out to kill some enemies. No, but this is the cat that I'm... Well... I mean, I'm trying to rescue a cat just like these. And now I'm killing them for money and experience. That seems mean, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Senior! Oh man. I would love to see a series of video game covers photoshopped to change them to what autocorrect thinks they are. I just want to see the Sekiro cover, but it says seniors. Oh. Alright, let's grind down here a little bit, because this is a real dangeroo. Now, see, I think it's funnier if it's exactly the same. Like, I don't want them to be old, I don't want anything to be changed. I think it's funnier if it's just unexplained seniors. Boo-doop boop. Can I grind in here? That would rule. Green worms. Are your kids doing them? Died a lot to Juzo the Drunkard and stopped playing. Oh no! Girl-chan! Boo-doop boop. Yeah, not quite yet. This could go bad. No, we're good so far. That's bad. Okay. Boop-a-dibba-dibba-dibba. Beautiful. This is some slow go. Ooh, bubble slime. Seem to have been in Japan for a long time. Has it changed you at all as a person in terms of how you behave when not interacting with Japanese people? When not interact? Well, I don't understand the question. I mean, I've certainly changed, but that's just the process of maturing. Because I came here fresh out of school when I was 23. Oh, and interacting with people who aren't Japanese. No, I mean, I understand. I understand the literal words of the sentence, but I don't understand the point of the question, I believe, is the issue. Like, what does dealing with non-Japanese people have to do with living in Japan is my counter question. I don't understand what you're actually asking. It took me literally 4 hours to beat the Shinobi Hunter mini boss yesterday. I don't know why I like the game, because it certainly doesn't like me. You can listen to Mature on Nomo, that's true. Nomo, the audio chronicle of me trying to be a better person. Doo-doo-doo. I mean, I will say this: the way that I interact with Japanese people has certainly changed since I got here. And I guess it's just, yeah. Don't be a fucking nerd. Gotta rest again. I found it to be a lot saltier with people on Twitch since you moved to Japan. Smo, I've been doing this for a year. Oh no, Dad's sick. Yeah, it's been over a year.
Kigar.
Kigar. That's true. Can I afford... I can't. Can I sell anything? I can't. Well, I won't, rather. Oh no, this game, is this pre-bag? This is pre-bag. Oh boyo. This might be a little rough. Boop 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 boop. Did I add? I sure did. Blanca, let's go to the ghost house.
A Peterallen.
A Peterallen. Beep. God bless alphabetical order, putting Barbie supermodel first on the list. Yeah, right? I love it. So many people move to Japan and make bowl of Russian games like being here is maybe a much more polite person and say they do things like bowing and saying Itadakimasu when visiting home. No, that's, that sounds like some insufferable weeb shit. That's ridiculous. That's... I feel like Japan, like Japanese people tend to be very polite, but I think it's also important to remember that being polite in itself is kind of a fake thing. Like, if you're good at being polite, you're good at faking being polite. And Japan's great at that. It doesn't necessarily mean that people are nice to you, just that they're putting on, yeah, it's honne and tatemae shit, exactly. But yeah, I think DQ, we nuke you right. Hi, Nuke. I mean, I already kind of... What's the word? I don't know. I already tended to, like, sort of be... I would, you know, be nice to people in the first place. I'm kind of, but I'm not remotely polite as a human. You sound like a real sack of shit. No, but it's fun. It's nice. The thing I love most about Japanese culture is
well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet.
That kindness isn't politeness. No, but it's close enough for what we're talking about. Oh, hang on a sec. I gotta eat banana. This is extremely important. Except, I don't know how to open this package, so this might take me a minute. Being genuinely polite and polite for social consciousness are two different things. Yes, they are. I did it. I opened it. Hang on a sec. It is banana time. What the fuck? What are these, the nuclear codes? What is going on here? There we go.
Kiguar.
Alright, hang on. I'm on it.
Banana. banana, 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 banana,
Dick.
banana,
From Wikipédia, de
banana,
Free Encyclopédia. Adek bureau is a piece of furniture with a flatable steelwork surfaces
It's
and in a
banana
school,
o'clock.
office, or more like for academic, professional or domestic activities such as reading, writing, or using equipment such as a computer. Dick often have one or more driver,
Come on and slam and
compartment,
welcome to Banan.
or pigeonhole to store item such a office supply and paper. Dick are usually made of wood or metal, although material such a glass are some seen. Some des caves de forme of a table, although usually only one side of a deck is suitable to see a, like most usual table. Some deck do not have de
Oui.
forme of a table, for instance, en armoire deck is a deck built with a large wardrobe-like cabinet, and a portable deck is light on hook to be placed on a person's lap. Since many people lean on a deck while using it, a deck must be sturdy. In most cases, people see a deck, either on a spare chair or a built-in chair. Some people use standing deck to be able to stand while using them. Etymology.
Gorilla.
The word deck originated from the modern Latin word descotable to written, from the mid-14th century. It is a modification of the old Italian descotable, from Latin discus dish
Cabine.
or disc. The word deck has been used figuratively since 1797. A deck may also be known as bureau, counter, davenport, escritoire, lectern, reading stand, roll-top deck, school deck, workspace, or writing deck. History. Deck style furniture apart, known to have been used in classical antiquity or in other ancient center of literate civilization in the Middle East or Far East, but there is no specific proof. Medieval illustration show the first piece of furniture which seem to have been designed and constructed for reading and writing. Before the invention of the movable type printing press in the 15th century, an e-reader was potentially a writer or publisher or both, since an e-book or other document had to be copied by hand.
Ah yes, te
The deck
discutable.
WER
Voce
designed with
grandpapa
slow
is
and
one
duke
of
for
those
bookmark
fancy
and for
items.
writing a plum. Since manuscript volume WER sommetim large and davy, deck of the period usually a massive structure. Deck of the Renaissance and later era a relatively slim structure. And more driver, WER added, a woodworking became more, precise and cabinet making, became a distant trade. It is often possible to find that if a table or other piece of furniture of those times was designed to be used a deck, by looking for a driver with 3 small separation and storage for pan. The basic deck forms WER developed mostly in the 17th and 18th century. The modern ergonomic deck is a refinement of the mechanically complex drawing table or drafting table from the end of the 18th century. Industrial era. Refinement of the first deck forms WER considerable through the 19th century. A steam-driven machinery match up wood pulp paper possible towards the end of the first phase of the Industrial Revolution.
And what a revolution it was. Hi, thank you for that, Banan. That was a fun. Madame Voce and her desk facts en français. That's right. I am here for the absurdity. That's all I know how to do anymore. Oh crap.
Panama Banana Mago.
Banana, but fuck. Fuck dick. There we go. Oh good, we can grind. Grind and chill.
Viva la Desk Revolution.
But yeah, Japan is not a country that's going to magically make you polite or make you learn how to be polite. I know plenty of assholes who come here and continue to be assholes. And plenty of nice people who come here continue to be nice people. Oh boy. Beating up some buns for muns. So I can buy a boomerang and throw it at. I like using the hand gesture stateside indicate I'm trying to get by someone very useful. Oh, すいません. Yeah, it's a physical manifestation of I wave my hand when I say no, or don't leave me hanging, ape. Do I get a twist? I still open when I do it. Oh, okay. I guess it's important to do both, right? That's what we call socialized min-maxing. No more, and my wife thinks I'm silly for doing so. What? Wave your hand in what way? Like that? Or like like you wave hello. Honey, would you like some pudding? No. Hi. Honey, what's wrong? You like the visual aid? I've also found I love using the X hands to say, oh god. Like, my friends and I do that as a joke. Again, I was just asking for your opinion about video because you seem to be a bit more grounded than, say, my friend when I was weird. Come back from making an exchange student, I swear to god, she was behaving as if she thought she'd become the Buddha. Or all you... Yeah, I mean... I think that's just because, I mean, if you're a YouTuber, that's what... It's about what people want to see. People want to believe that Japan is gonna turn you into a Buddha. People want to believe that all Japanese people have watched all anime and know everything about it. That's not the case. Now, I am fortunate enough to have started a business, made a job for myself where I get to just kind of nerd out about video games all day with the people who like them. But it's, yeah, it's still just a country where people have to get up every day and go to work for a salary. And try to get along with each other. Flat parallel to the ground and to the right and left. Many Gomen's my fellow American chief. I want to believe in yelling Italian man in Japan. Well, you believe in me because I'm here. It's just, I mean, it's clickbait the same way that any of those stupid articles about wacky Japan are clickbait. And anytime you see an article about wacky craze is sweeping Japan, it's bullshit clickbait. It's never true. It's either made up or it's a thing taken out of context because everybody fucking loves the stereotype of wacky Japan. Wacky Japan or fucking Zen Japan. Like, I guess that's the deal with your friend and being Buddha. Zen Japan's another weird one. Oh, the country with the highest fucking suicide rate? Yeah, they're real calm. Japan's probably boring like any other place. I mean, it is, in a sense, but that's also why I like it. Like, it's boring because it's safe and, like, shit doesn't really, like, bad shit doesn't often go down here. And they know, I mean, they've got great healthcare. That's another big deal. Like, I was able to get treatment when I basically had no insurance, and I'm not still in debt for it. So what is big in Japan? Ape, it's you. You're enormous. The only shit wacky in Japan is that you can get slime-shaped meat buns at the train station. What, Nikumon? I mean, I'm no Japanologist, but I believe the shape of the Nikumon bun came before Dragon Quest. You can just go to the hospital and pay them like $30 or some bullshit. It's a copay and get a small bill later. You can, yeah, if you have no insurance. McDonald's break. 2 hours to beach guy. Nuclear landlord. See, all right, now I think nuclear landlord's having a stroke because that's neither of those two sentences belong next to each other. Boop, 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 boop. I was also in Akiba. No, wait a minute. When you say slime-shaped meat buns, are you talking about the specific slime Nikomon that were, like, licensed by Square Enix and like, actually released? Or are you talking about Nikomon in general? Because those were all over Japan. The slime, it was at the Dragon... Oh! It was at the Dragon Quest Cafe. I don't think it's wacky shit to find Dragon Quest slimes at a Dragon Quest Cafe. My 12-year-old pulled an all-nighter and he's sworn to not go to sleep until he gets McNuggets. Oh, God. Ape, you're being held hostage? Is he making you hold up today's newspaper? Blink once for yes and twice for food. Oh, yeah, you gotta love him. I'm the baby, gotta love me. $3.75, so I can't afford a whip. I'd rather get a Rang. It's 9 a.m. I can only get you McGriddles now. Oh no. Father, I must have the nuggets. I want to think the kid is going to pass out first. I mean, we can only hope, right? I don't suppose anybody has any experience in the Japanese stock market, because my wife wants to get into it. And I know nothing about it. Well, my son, he's no quitter. Not when it comes to McNuggets. You know, I'd really like to do a genealogical deep dive and sort of learn about the McNugget clan and who they were, and, you know, do they still have a castle in Scotland? You know, like, can you go and can you visit it? We're getting in them stonks. Yeah, she's thinking about it. My advice is to buy low, sell high. Thank you, Sharktopus. I didn't know for sure if that's what I was supposed to do, but now I know. Ruri, that's a nice name. Wow, what a normal thing to say. That is something I've heard from Japanese people, is that gaijin love to say, what a nice name. And Japanese people don't understand what that means. Like, why? Like, that's my name. Why do you say that? What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything in Japanese to say someone has a nice name, really. Is it raining? No, it is not. Also have 2 phones on your desk. That's important. Seamus McNuggets. The McNugget buddies. If they were Scots. Oh, they're right. MacNugget. Okay, so they're Irish. Donk, donk, donk. I love the DQ donk. Can I afford any murder device? Yes. Me, trans, and I can pick my own, so it's hard for me to divorce myself from the culture of telling women of my group they have nice names, since, you know, they pick them. My bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't care. It's just it is a weird thing that I'd never thought about it until I heard a Japanese person say, A, why do foreigners always say that? And B, what does it mean? And I get what it means on the surface. Like, from a, what's the word? From a superficial perspective, like, oh yeah, Persephone. That is, like, objectively a nicer name than Squidge Squadge. I think the issue with Japan is, like, they feel weird that you tell them in the first place. Like it's almost like too personal of a thing to say your name sounds aesthetically pleasing to me. Who is this for? Get that Sobes. Beautiful. All right, now here's the other issue. Can I give this club as a hand-me-down? I cannot. Cool.
Squeech squatches voce grandmama name.
Yes! All right, Bianca's a sleepy weepy. Too bad they were wiped out in the Grimace famine of 1842. Oh god, speaking of Scotland, I went golfing yesterday and shamed my heritage. You're the perfect one to talk about this. I was actually a crazy person. I have conversations with myself. I was wondering like how Japanese names work as far as characters. What do you mean? Like in English it could be Jeffrey or Jeffrey, but in Japanese it's like, no, I use the character for bird here. Well, Japanese people pick names based on kanji and then assign readings to them for their kids a lot. They should understand a bit of that. That's a nice name through that kanji. Yes! Miyarenko. Well, yeah, that's... Yeah, and I think that's the reason why they're taken aback when a foreigner says it, is because the base assumption is Gaijin doesn't know what the kanji in my name mean. Why are they saying that? I think that's where that comes from. Because why would I know? Yeah. I'm fresh off the plane. I don't know what the kanji for Kimiko mean. Toshido Lucas McQueenie. Is that a real person? Can it be? Because you have to keep in mind that when Japanese folks enter into a conversation with a foreigner, they're not doing it with a blank slate. They're going in with 1,000 preconceived notions, most of them being, this person knows nothing about Japan. And sometimes it takes years to undo those notions. Sometimes they are never undone. I used to teach a lot of old Japanese men who would just completely forget the basic things about me, like that I can speak Japanese and even can use this one motherfucker, the chopstick guy. Japan. That's the one. I taught English to this wrinkly asshole for like 3 years, and we used to have dinner. Like his wife was very nice. His wife would make a nice dinner and bring it to us after the lesson in his jewelry shop. And every single night, once a week, not every night, every week, once a week, for 3 fucking years straight, he would have to ask me like, "Oh wait, my wife brought dinner, but she also brought chopsticks. Is that okay? Can you use chopsticks?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking can, and you know that I can, because I've been using them for 3 years, dingus." He had what I like to refer to as a form of gaijin amnesia, where they just forget everything about you if it goes against the preconceived notions. One of which is, especially to the older generation, cannot use chopsticks. Yeah, that's why my go-to response when any Japanese person says that, when they try to compliment me on my chopsticks, my go-to response is, yes, my family ate a lot of Chinese food growing up. And that usually shuts them right up, which is pretty great. Doo-doo. Oh, digging the tea. Imagine your mind being blown by white guy doing things you do for 156 weeks straight. Bring, bring. You should see me with a fork. Oh, I should. Well, that's another thing that would not go over well, because Japan doesn't really do sarcasm. I mean, it does, but it's like, you can't do, like, what's a good way to describe it? Like, you can do sarcasm in Japan after you've known someone for like 10 years. Whereas, I feel like, if I were to meet another Westerner, we could use sarcasm in the first 10 minutes, and we would understand that it's sarcasm. Hopefully. Yeah, sarcasm can be rude. I mean, sarcasm... I like sarcasm when it's self-effacing, or when it's very clearly an exaggeration. But sarcasm isn't like, "Oh yeah, right, I'd love to go to lunch with you." I mean, yeah, that's pretty clearly an asshole thing to say. But yeah, Japan, I mean, Japan does do sarcasm, but not for the first couple of years in a relationship. I learned Squelch. Are we gonna grind? I think we're gonna grind out this whip, aren't we? I have a problem processing it in particular. I mean, sarcasm to me is like any kind of indirect language, in that it's easy to pick up on if you know the other person's personality. Domo SL types kind of use it more regularly too, like low tier Yakuza and guys that hang out in Kabukicho just kind of dicking around. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's... Yeah, toughs. Chimpita toughs. I think they're more prone to being sarcastic. Maybe sarcasm, my brain has to do that thing where I'm like, wait, are you serious? You're just being mean? Yeah, Ape, that's why, like, you really just have to know somebody's personality. It's often why, like, I will sort of be, like, it will rub me the wrong way if somebody that I'm not very familiar with starts doing that, starts using sarcasm. Like, there's a dude who comes to the bar who's like, and I honestly think it's just because people with any kind of like social impediment, which turns out is a lot of people who like video games and who might come to a bar like mine, they tend to use sarcasm as a crutch, which is only one notch up from just using negativity and irony as a crutch. Like I've met people at the bar who are like, I can't tell what's genuine about them because everything they say is 7 layers of irony deep. And their personality is just constructed of memes, and I don't know who the human being is under those. And so, like, I can't take anything they say at face value because I don't know what's true or not. I'm dealing with fucking teenagers in the body of, you know, a 25-year-old. It sucks. I think overall that's like one of the nice things about speaking with Japanese folks is that they tend to be more straightforward. As an autistic, the intersection between retro gaming fan and people like myself is relative. Yes, it is. And I mean, I guess I understand why that is. And I don't know where I'm at. I can only assume there's, you know, something is happening in my mind that drives me to go for these achievements and play games the way that I do. But yeah, there's a lot of overlap, and it sometimes gets real awkward having to deal with people who do not and cannot pick up on social cues. But I mean, most of the time they're nice people. They're perfectly fine. I just need to, you know, be extra clear and direct and concise with my language. Sarcasm as a personality trait sucks and is insufferable. Yeah, it's not great. I feel like sarcasm was like at its insufferable peak in the 90s, in the Attitude Era of Earth's Attitude Era, the 90s. But gosh dang, it stuck around. I can definitely pick up on social cues. That's more of a stereotype, but also a lot of nerds are just bad at being social and fundamental. That is also true. Yeah, a lot of folks are just kind of... I mean, I find that if you can get a conversation going about something they're genuinely passionate about, you can sort of watch them be more real, and when they get onto a topic that interests them, it gets a little bit, well, I want to say it can get more awkward, but it usually gets less awkward because you now have a concrete topic. You have something to talk about. The info, yeah, there's also the info dump, which is not ideal, but I mean, at least it's interaction. There is a lot of, but yeah, there is a lot of info dumping where I just kind of have to smile and nod and be like, but the yeah, in my experience though, the social cues thing is very real and very frustrating. Like I wanted to, I was trying to have a conversation with a friend after work one night, and there was a customer hanging around the bar, and I'm trying to give him, like, I don't want to say directly, you have to leave now, because I want to be more polite than that, and I'm doing everything that I can to try to tell him that I want to stay here and have a personal conversation with the third person in the room. To the point where, like, I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, yeah, we should talk about that. You want to, we could do it right now. You want to do it right now? And he's like, yeah, right after you close up. And I'm like, oh, I'm closed up. We can do it. And dude is just kind of sitting there, just kind of like not giving a shit. And like, I turn off the music, I turn off the computer, I start vacuuming, I light up a cigarette in the main area, which I never do. You know, I start turning off the lights, and he's just kind of like, you guys want to get ramen? I want to get some ramen. And I don't know how I can say, dude, get the fuck out. I need to have a conversation with this person. I'm sending you every clue that I have. I don't want to be rude to you, but I need you to leave. Oh, I was ranting. I gotta catch up on chat. 3 months manager handles shift after mine. Use completely straight-faced sarcasm.
Due beku.
Straight-faced sarcasm. I don't see them after 5 minutes today, and I couldn't get why he acted like we actually knew each other. Bum 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 bum. Dubaiku. I will often, not often, I will sometimes info dump, but I end up, like, I do it very quickly because I try to imagine how long it would take me to try to explain the thing I want to explain if I had to speak at regular speed, and I'm like, this will take forever. So I just kind of like bowl through it. My other huge issue about nerds, or at least people that I have to deal with on a semi-regular basis is a lot of people, and I think this is just people are desperate to make friends. They're desperate to establish any sort of human connection and interaction. People overshare all the time. You do not need to tell me about your problem. I don't know you. Please don't be that specific. I'm not talking about anybody. It's not. I don't think it's anyone I've met recently, but like, it's probably pre-COVID. But like, you get a lot of people who overshare because they think it's a shortcut to friendship, and it's not. It's a shortcut. It's a shortcut to me not wanting to talk to you. The overshare has to be people drinking and attending bar. I think it's definitely booze related, but I've also seen stone cold sober people come in and do it before they start drinking. And it's real. Please. I mean, part of my job is pretending to care about your problems, but boy, you're not making it easy on me. I'm guilty of oversharing. I have to rein in a lot of the time. I really don't see it as a shortcut to friendship or think of it as consciously. Rather, I just don't have a filter. I see. I think maybe that's the thing that I prize the most in a social interaction is, at least if we're meeting for the first time, is a filter. That would be fantastic. I think that's a real tactic now. Like, you quickly figure out who's cool with you without a filter and immediately eliminate. Yes! Ver Jr., that is true, and it sucks. I think that's a variation on what they call Schrodinger's douchebag, where you just say the worst shit. You know, you say horrible shit that you believe, And then if someone calls you on being a horrible person, you can just brush it off with, what, it's just a joke. But then if they're cool with it, you're like, oh yeah, you're cool with it, right? Yeah, of course you are. I overshare, but usually for comedic effect when I've had a few drinks. That's classic ape. Boop, 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 boop. It's not like for me to overshare in the first session, or even the second. It's more like talking to hanging out with someone a bit. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, if you can tell that like a relationship is you're gonna be friends with somebody, it's like, yeah. Then I'll start talking about stuff. You know, but I mean like people I've just met for the first time, and it's just too much. How are we doing here? 293. Oh, I need that whip. I think we're gonna start. Yeah, we should have been doing this earlier. Oh, I got Doku'd. Sharing has to be relevant to the conversation. Yes. I also have some things about me that are useful for people to know ahead of time, so they don't think I'm an absolute weirdo. Yes. I mean, yeah. Folks have some of those. Bit different brushing it off so jokes actually do better, but using it to quickly see whether or not someone gets hung up on some tells you who to avoid. Also that. Boop 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 beep bop. Can I afford the whip? Is it $350? Cool. Oh my goodness. God damn it. It's getting hot. Time to pull out the Mugicha. Yeah, it's a little warm. It's a roasty. I like a roasty tea. I like a nice roasty toasty. Oh, that's good. Do, 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 do. Heading out for a run. We'll catch you in an hour if you're on. Thank you, Smo. I hope to be. Going for a run. Very nice. I like roasty, but not when it overpowers nutty and sweet. I like nutty. I like the Nutty Buddy. I believe that was a Little Debbie product. Those are great. Or was that a Nutty Bar? Let's buy a whip for my girl Chan. Cool. Nutty Buddy, that's it. Yeah, I used to love those. I used to have those at lunch. Running today. It's already 80 degrees. Absolute insanity. I drink water a lot, work with chemicals, I have to wear a paper suit, so weather like this can actually give me heat stroke when I wear my suit. I usually drink water at work.
Natti Pitowi.
That's me though. Big Debbie. I don't know if I was on board with the Big Debbie character on Comedy Bang Bang this week, but I think I came around in the end. But yeah, I will usually start work by drinking a tea or a coffee. And then I will pull, usually I will freeze 2 bottles of water overnight. I'll take one out of the freezer when I start work, and by the time I finish my coffee or tea, it's melted enough that I can start drinking it. And I'll just pour tap water into it to continually melt it. And then by the time I'm done, I've had a lot of liquids. Bianca, take this whip. Oh my god. Yes. Big Deb dumps dark money into elections. It's funny because in Japanese, Deb means fat. So it's the brand name that was just made for Japanese people to giggle at. Hey, it's those confections made by Big Fatty. Little Debo! Boo-boo-boo. I found a castle. Fart weasels. I hate them. Hand of the Heavenly Forcing Alex to play Lufia. Hi. Oh, Arky! Thank you for Lufia points. We're getting there. I want to Lufia. Bum, bum. That's right. Lufia is a verb. God damn it. Goddamn swamp hurting my kids. Bum, ba-ba-da-boo. Let's take a quick look at the Missable Chiefs. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. The Stalker. Defeat the walking statue in Lenoir Castle. That's a missable achieve that we need to get. I'll make you some cinnamon pie and cinnamon tea. That sounds great. Is that a Lufia thing? I'm into that. Lufia's all things. Verb, adverb, pronoun, proper noun. Chivo. Marry everybody. I've never had cinnamon tea. It sounds nice. I mean, I've had apple cinnamon tea, but I've not had just straight up cinnamon. And I get the feeling the apple cinnamon tea was more of like a flavoring than actual cinnamon. Oh no, they caught some kids. Bigelow Cinnamon Black Tea. Bigelow Cinnamon is somebody's name, and it's the best name that I've ever heard. Oh, I want to make an FF14 character named Bigelow Cinnamon. Holy shit. That's so good. Oh, hi. Kya. Final Fantasy XI was a bad game. The difficulty and nonsense made victories all the sweet. Yeah, kinda. It's kind of chai light. Where's my girl Chan? Hang on a sec here. Huh. Okay. Is chai the hip craze in Japan that it is here? It's an option. I don't think it's like a craze. It's a tea that you can order. Oh boy. Oh man, who was time to go camping in this unbelievable? No, Bubble Roxy, really? That sounds uncomfortable. I don't remember who it was. I've been thinking about this since I streamed Mega Man X. Who was it who asked me if Vile is popular in Japan? Because I was confused for days after I received that question. Oh, thank God Bianca's okay. Sony Vio? Yes, the Sony Vio. No, Vile from Mega Man X. I was playing Mega Man X and someone said, "Is Vile popular in Japan?" And I'm like, I don't know how to answer that question. What is this ancillary character from an old Mega Man offshoot series popular in Japan? What do you mean? Why? Why do you think it would be? Yeah, Vile from X. I think America just acts like it just found out about everything and overreacts. I think, yeah, there's also that. Oh, wait a minute. So where do I fight this statue? Defeat the walking statue in Lenoir Castle. Or they put Vile on the 20,000 yen bill. That's true. It's actually true. Avocado. Is that a ghost? Avocado on ghost? What was that? Return us to our graves. Why did she move these shelves? You know, I eat avocado toast, but because it tastes good. Like you won't hear me talking about it on the regular. What? Then how are we supposed to know you're a true fan, Inori? I've had it before, it's pretty good. That's my review. Alright, wait, where's this statue? In the remakes, these are coffins, right? I am not a fan of anything. Oh no! That sounds like a sad existence. Can't remember the last time I wasn't talking about toast. That's classic Nuke. Do 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 do. You're not converting the infidels if you don't spread the word of the green toast. Why? You don't need to sleep when you're dead. Did nobody tell the queen? Please, our graves, return us there. This small castle, there's no kids. It was just the two of us. But, we were living in peace, so please. Me and Eric. Please put us to bed. Where's your Eric? More importantly, where's this Chivo? Oh wait, we got multi-hit weapons. You're doomed. Guess who's doomed? It's you, the goons. It's dark. Now that's what I call Draggy. The hell? I'm glad Mario Batali went away. That is so apropos of nothing that I find it hilarious. Big Drac attack. Yeah, wait, didn't Mario Batali get up to some shit? I guess, yeah. I could do without some Batali. He had its own signature Crocs. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. I gotta catch up. Avocado toast, but with sardine, salt, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Molto bene! Oh, yeah, he had his own signature Crocs. Oh, okay. Oh. Was Molto bene his catchphrase? I have to admit, I'm... God damn it! I'm angry at ghosts. He said it like all the fucking time. Damn. Molto Mario was his show? I see. Luigi Batali. Actually, they're the Batali brothers, so his name is Batali Batali. it's not. Take that, ghosts. When Dennis works with his sister, they have the same surnames, like they're Mario and Maria. Oh, how many times has she had to say, "Oh wow, you're like the girl version of Mario Batali," and she's got to be like, "Yeah, I know, it's my brother." All right, we found the king. More importantly, I found treasure. Obake candles. All of them fade away except Gordon Ramsay. She does a root canal and goes multiple bene. Oh. Man. I really like the opening of this game where you're just a stupid little kid who makes everything suck. Yeah! Gordon Ramsay is a light in this dark world, says Nick the Stars. I knew he's playing my tooth and started humming the Dr. Mario theme, and of course he's like my age, so he totally gets it, and it's just in his doubled over against. Oh. There's only one true Italian Grand Chef, Joe Bastianic. That's the Italian guy on MasterChef. Ah! Molar Bene. Lydia Bastian is also a valid answer. Aren't they married? What? That's his mother? It's a whole family of chefs. Huh. That was one of my I was super into the Food Network before I moved away from America. In high school, I got really into Iron Chef. It was like, you know, my two great loves, Japan and food. Although really, I mean, cooking's not my great love. Eating's one of my great loves. But that's, you know, everybody. Forgetting all the most iconic Italian chef ever. The chef, if you will. Chef Boyardee. But bye. Like Alton Brown for a long time, and I just become this weird. Yeah, what's going on with Alton Brown? Ray and I used to be big Alton Brown fans. We used to call each other up. When I was in college, I used to call him up, and we would watch Good Eats together on the phone. Like, I'm on the East Coast, and he's on the West Coast, and we would just, like, watch this food science man show you how to make, you know, the most structurally sound pancakes that are humanly possible with everyday items in your kitchen. And we loved it. And then it's kind of a running joke between us, but we also tried to interview him for our website for Crunk Games back in the day, because we were really into Alton Brown. And we emailed his publicist and we're like, "Hey, we'd really like to interview Alton." She's like, "Okay, cool. What kind of magazine do you do?" And we're like, "It's a video game website." And then I don't think we got a response. Did I get the Taimatsu? No? I recently found that someone uploaded nearly all the episodes of Iron Chef Japan on YouTube. Sharktopus that rules! I love Japanese Iron Chef. Recently, Alton Brown became an older white kid. Oh no, saw him live. I don't even know what that means. What does he do live? I like Alton as well, but he's turned into a smug dick. Boyardee is obviously hot garbage, but it does not taste bad. The cannelloni's still good. Pancake recipe on Brown used to be this amazing food nerd. Yeah, who had so much information about stuff and was fantastic, and now he's kind of edgy old dude. I think I had 2 copies of I'm Just Here for the Food. I bought my own copy and someone gifted me a copy and I'm like, I want to own 2 copies. Hit that Dom Daddy arc and then became just a big shitty man. What? Alton's deep dive into lobsters is awesome. Like, Alton Brown is the whole reason that my family brines the turkey on Thanksgiving. Because he did a whole episode on brining your Thanksgiving turkey. And, like, now that's just the default in my parents' house. Since 2003. And it's delicious. It's the default for so many people. Yeah, right? Like, it's just... Hey, you can infuse your bird with moisture and flavor, and it's going to be better than if you just roasted it. Like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that. Set up, I was like, hey, you can do this thing. Yeah! I feel like he did that with a lot of foods, and a lot of cooking. His Swedish meatball recipe that I make whenever we have guests up. Ooh, and Rachel Ray. Yeah, turkey is just normally dry as all hell. I remember Thanksgivings as a little kid, just having to slather gravy all over the turkey to have any kind of moisture in there. What is Bianca's 48? Okay. Single-handedly fixed everything having the Christmas vacation turkey. He's a great chef. He's just taking a weird Ebenezer Scrooge turn as he's gotten older. Like, the last time I'd seen him before he went crazy was he had a very brief cameo on Archer, which I thought was hilarious. And I'm like, oh shit, Alton Brown is still around. That's right, I used to love him. And then a couple years later, he's just crazy old man. Did I not get... Hang on. Did I not get the torch? Talk to him. He wants to go. Yes. Then go back down to the kitchen. Search the pot by the sink. Oh, it's... Okay, it was a plot flag item. It was a place I'd already searched. Not this pot. Just make my family's meatball recipe. We use allspice to give the aromatic pepper flavor. Ooh, to the meatballs as well as using white pepper or our gravy is also clear brown gravy without cream. Lingonberries are a must. Live long enough to see himself become the villain. Scroogeism comes for us all eventually. You gotta resist it. Yeah, my dad's getting kind of Scrooge-ish. Oh, man. What? Why not just give it to Bianca? Seriously? And swing the meatball sauce really heavy on cream, but also much beefier than what we have here, and there's less of it. We just lost the cream from us during the Depression. Never really changed. Yeah, let's just give Bianca all the herbs. There we go. I guess the recipe I use has allspice and cream in it. I don't have an idea of how to cure myself. I want to jump into a wood chipper. Gwerk, my advice is read a good... Cats? That's the one. Read a good Cats. Can't help you. I wish I could. It's not my place. Eat a good food. Oh, Black, I work at a supermarket. I'm restocking the spice section. A couple black women are checking out the section to see white pepper, and one of them goes, damn, we can't even have our own pepper now. Oh, that rules. Oh, I love it. Bum, bum, bum. Leaning into my Swedish heritage is fun. I'm pretty good at making Swedish meatballs, but I really want to make Johnson's. Temptation when it cools down. It's a potato dish with anchovies and cream and looks fun. Whoa! I love potatoes, anchovies, and cream. I have seen white pepper here in Japan as well. Typically misunderstood United States person, but my grandma's 100% Swedish. Okay, wait. I want to go. Okay. Swedish anchovies are actually sprats that have been spiced, so make sure you get Swedish anchovies for the recipe. I would have white pepper all the time when ordering certain raw. Oh yeah, it does say that's where I've seen it. I've seen it at Fuji Ichiban. Fuji Ichi often has white pepper on the table. And I think the only deal is that white pepper is just, it's... No, maybe I don't know what the deal is. Is it a different flavor entirely? It's gotta be. It's pepper, but white. Okay, here we go. This, I believe this is... an optional Chivo. Can I get black salt nuke? Yes, you can. Here we go. So there's an achievement for killing... Oh, look at this cute little guy. I always thought it was finer than black pepper. It's much more... I always thought it was more powdery. Almost like... well, it's not quite as extreme as powdered sugar versus regular sugar, but... It seems to me... Pink salt. The ultimate contrarian kitchen. White pepper and black salt. Ew. I did a DNA test and I'm predominantly Swede. My grandpa's family came over from Sweden in the 1800s, though. My mom wants me to do a DNA test, and I could not give less of a shit. But I may do it just to appease her because it seems important to her. Ooh. Manulsa. Kira. Mara. Lucanon. Nice. Fuck you, dude. I just want to do it because my dad was adopted. Hey, same! Pink salt because it has a nice flavor, and also I get a brand that is actually self-marketed from Pakistan at my dollar store for $1 a pound. Damn. Go back in time and tell your ancestors you're buying salt for $1 a pound. Watch their spirits melt. Watch their crests fall. Wait. I'm pretty sure there was a Chivo for this. And that's it! Yo! Sweet candy. Oh. Alright. So that's the only missable Chivo in Act 1. And then Act 2 we got... Examine the chamber pot. And reunite with your kitty before recruiting any monsters. Pink Himalayan salt definitely has some underlying umami to it. Ow. Hang on a sec, I'll be right back. I gotta see. First I gotta stretch. Ooh, and I gotta throw this in the garbage.
Gallo gallo gallo. Udid 19 sed Udid 19 sed Udid 19 sed SHIRRRRRRRRRRRRT. Riccio. Gotta start my motorcycle. RRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR
There we go. Hi. Tadaima. There it is! Aerate the engine. Oh no! Was Voce making motorcycle noises? My wife taught me a slang Japanese word yesterday at the store. And it's utoshi, which is just a great word for someone who's being a real pain in the ass. Hi, King. Oh, I fell in that pot? Oh, I fell in that pot? It's a pot warp? This is way different from the remake. They changed a lot of this. Toshi, well, if someone's being a pain in the ass, I mean, not to their face, but you can describe their behavior later, yes. Yeah, just someone who's being a real mendokusai. Beating flames. Voce is unpredictable. Voce just kind of does his own thing. That door just opened. Cool, there's an inn here. Like the person leaves and you're just like, hey, Utoshi. Yeah. Utoshi na. Sir, I'd like to stay at your Christian inn, if that's alright. Thank you very much. Well, that's much better. And now we're okay. Oh no.
I have freed myself from the bonds of this internet prison. Time to live. Let me start my gyrocopter.
Thank you, Sharktopus. That is how the gyrocopter sounds. I'm gonna make one trip home to buy some stuff, and then we'll finish off this castle. Boop. Bianca. I hate those things. Oh wait. It doesn't matter. I got a free heal, but whatever. I'm going to love sucking air through the teeth because America doesn't know what it means. That's true.
Fundoshi. It's a pretty good word.
I hate the farting ferrets. I hate fart jokes or scatological humor of any nature. I hate to see farts rendered visually in my video game. I hate it. I really hate it. Oh wait, I want to buy from Armor Gal. Leather dress. Don't mind if I do. Thought I was the only person that hated poo humor. I mean, I like the word poo and poo poo because poo poo and pee pee are very funny to say. But I absolutely just hate any kind of toilet humor that is done in earnest. If you're actually going for the poop joke and not making fun of poop jokes, then get the fuck out of my living room. Bianca's wearing a leather dress. Alright, we got to sell. Did you say something years ago about people burping into the mic like on podcasts or Aaron? Yes! I said, yeah, about those two specifically, Aaron on Game Grumps and other podcasts, but I realize I have done it on stream several times. I try to move my head away from the mic when I do it, but it's sometimes I'm a little slow on it. No. Kino Bosch. Scale shield. Damn. Boy-kun got no armor to speak of? Holy shit. Let's outfit my boy. I had Have Yourself a Stinky Little Christmas on VHS when I was a kid. It's a Ren and Stimpy Christmas special. Ape, thank you for that story. There was a phase for a while where every comedy movie that came out was just poop jokes all the way down. Yeah. I often use butts as a kind of exclamation and participation. Oh, me too, because it lightens the mood as butts are inherently kind of say. Yeah, like butts are great. I got nothing against butts. I also use butts as an exclamation. Butts are fantastic. They're fun, funny. They do a jiggle. But any deeper than that, it's just get the fuck out of here. The end. Nope. I want to buy a wooden hat for my children to wear. Bianca's gonna sell that fruit knife. Alright, how much is your wooden hat? I hate you. 120? Oh, scale shield though. I know. My guitar's in my mind. Leave it to Lammy. We're going to grind. I just need 300 gold. Easy peasy. We started watching Kim's Convenience, and they did a whole episode on the thing where kids poke you in the butthole, but it was to adult men and caused some drama. Oh, God. The Concho? I fucking hate the Concho. Concho was, like, before I became an ALT, from the stories I'd heard, and from what I'd known about the Concho and pop culture, I thought it was something that happened to you every day. But, no, it happened to me like maybe twice over 3 years. Far worse than the Concho was little kids punching me in the dick all the time. That's, honestly, one of the major factors in why I quit that job and why I opened a bar. I was sick of little kids punching me in the dick every day. It is the worst. And I know what you're thinking. You think you have the answer, and you think the answer is, well, just wear a cup to work. I know a guy who did that, and it made the problem worse because one kid punched it and yelled, "It's hard!" And then everyone started punching it. So that just draws attention to it. But yeah, like, I told my company, and they said, oh yeah, we'll bring it up with the school. They never did. I told my other teachers. I told my fellow English teachers, and they were like, yeah, it's fucked up. But they can't do anything. I told the Japanese teachers I worked with, and they were just like, oh, well, kids will be kids. I told the kids to knock it off, and that just made them laugh. It's like, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Because it's too awkward to tell them to stop, so they just... The kids see it on TV. It's fucking hilarious. They'll do it to me, because I'm just gaijin English teaching clown. That's what I'm here for, to get punched in the dick. Dongchim is so close to dongchimi, which is a kind of kimchi. What? Steven Crowder. Supposed to be in the core joke was like, oh no. I always get real angry if like someone farts and there's always that guy in the room who has to start cracking jokes about it and everyone just wants. Yeah, that's like a sub. What's the word? Not subgenre. A subgenus of shitty humor is when someone has to draw attention to shit because he's afraid if he doesn't do it then someone else is gonna do it, but somebody has to do it because it's out there. Concho. Oh, they call it dongchim? Okay. Well, then it's possible that dongchim is Korean for enema because that's where concho comes from. And I hate the fact that sometimes it's localized or subtitled as the enema game because it's not a fucking game. It's not a game. It's just you're trying to make people uncomfortable physically. Lift Idiocracy. Oh. Gaijin Smash Block was really fun to redo if we blew everything out of proportion. Though it's a funny joke when I forcefully stick my fingers up your ass. Funny, right? It's hilarious. It works on so many levels. Who is Az? Unless the entire state of Arizona had a Gaijin Smash blog, which would be pretty cool. I've heard people describe grown men doing the concho. I think I did hear of a guy who got fired for doing the concho back to a kid. Like, what are you doing? It's weird that Japan has a problem with sexual harassment, right? It's like... There are signs up in every subway station. They have to have signs up that said, hey, remember, it's illegal to just grab women on the train. Like, they need to be reminded. It's fucked up. I don't want my fingers near a non-consenting butthole ever. Ape, you and me both, buddy. Zance! I also have people, if you develop a belly, will like just come up and fucking poke and jiggle it, make jokes about you getting weight. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know if it's never happened to me or if I've blocked it out. Because I think there was a couple of years where I was hefty enough. Yeah, Chicon stuff is fucking crazy. Yeah, it's... And like, even, what's almost worse is that they will under the guise of making conversation, they will very oftentimes just start, if they haven't seen you in a while, they will start the conversation with, wow, did you put on weight? Like, would you say that to your Japanese friend? Like, you know that's really fucking rude, right? You know I'm a human being, right? Like, why are you saying that? Fuck you. A 5-year-old does that, and it's a real problem, but just to me, I think it's funny, but it's not a habit I want to encourage. Yeah. I don't even want my fingers near my own butt. Sharktopus, you're missing out. Even weirder stuff from a country that innovates so hard on the bidet. Well, that's why, right? The bidet helps you get there. I know, Fat. I'm trying to do something about it, Mom. Xanth's Japanese mom immediately stops poking them in the stomach. All right, time to go shopping. Give me that wood hat. And for Girl Chan, a scale shield. Oh, we are good. Can't touch my own asshole. Better touch someone else's. Nice. Never even considered punching my fingers into people's buttholes as a kid. Yeah, it's something that just never came up. Don't know why. And she can wear the leather hat. Oh, this rules. Yo. Economical hand-me-downs. Can Boy-kun use... No. Alright, so we can sell it. Kids, notorious for having shitty asses. That is also true. It's definitely probably a really long enduring, centuries maybe cultural thing. I don't know. Could be. Alright, we are good to go. Let's do a quick heal. Yeah, but it's a dumb one. That is true. Nemui wa. Bianca is sleepy now. Hi, Dad. I'm going to the ghost house again. Be careful. Dad, me and Bianca are going to the old haunted manor. Well, alright, you kids just don't hurt the car. Did you hurt the car? No! Did you raise the dead? Yes! But the car's okay? Dad! Oh. Are you playing Blanket Jr.? I might as well be. But we've been punching dicks and fingering butts for centuries. Terebi. So anyway, Terebi. That's right. Yeah, Xanth, we were talking about the concho earlier. Not to be confused with the cacho, which is nothing but lovable. I'm going to record my data in God's house. Hosho Marine? The cacho is pretty awesome. Yeah. I play the Twitch channel of this just nonstop GCCX episodes. I just have that going at the bar all the time. Unless it's a packed house, which hasn't happened in a year and a half. But if it's packed, I'll play music because you can't really hear the nuances of a TV show over a loud room. But I will put on the cacho every night at work. It helps me relax. I just saw that they just subbed a new episode. That's like a really new episode. Yeah, Ape, that's the one. I mean, my only complaint, and you know, I'm gonna look like an asshole complaining about something that's free, but some of the subtitles are less than great.
Game Center Cheeks voce on.
Like, I think Ray and I talked about this last time we did a stream, but I was streaming one of those episodes, and it was subtitled by, I don't remember, but it was not. Ray and I have a mutual friend who subtitles GCCX episodes, but it was not her. It was someone else. And they translate. So Arino was playing a soccer game. There's a Brazilian soccer player whose name is Giu, which I guess is Giu. And Arino was using this character and did a kick and said Giu kick, and the subtitle
Cancho dos Game Center Chicks.
the subtitle was literally Jew kick, as in JEW space kick exclamation point. Like, you didn't even try, did you? You think that's what he just said? Like, you know Jew in Japanese is Eudiagene, right? It's not literally Jew. You fucking idiot. You're just doing that. You're subtitling it that way to be edgy. Like, real cool. What a real cool thing to do. Yeah. Like, if, you know, it's likely, like, just like me, that this subtitler, this translator, did not know that GU was the name of a soccer player, but, like, maybe look it up. Maybe look up what's happening on the screen. Maybe look at the player names before you decide that Arino was absolutely saying Jew kick. You fucking idiot. Oh, Game Center Cheeks. The most powerful move. Alright, time to warp. Because now my children are strong. I'm gonna guess that's not Goose Canyon then. No, I think I know who it was. I think it was somebody named Zombie Kabuto. It just made me real. Oh, it was also the same the same person also threw in a bunch of fucks in the subtitle to make it, like, edgy and adult, but, like, that's not what the show is. It's a show for everybody. It's a show for all ages. It's a show where he sometimes hangs out with 8-year-olds playing Metal Slug at a tiny cafe in the Inaka. Like, don't put fuck in the subtitles. I want to make it look cool. I want people to know how cool and adult video games are. You dicks. It's an all-ages show. For fuck's sake. You're trying to broaden the appeal of video games, idiot. Ever seen Beer Fest? The Eye of the Jew was the most powerful move. I don't know what that is. I think they're... Oh, that make a 4chan translator. That makes sense. Oh, these kids are so strong. My kids are monster kids. No, I wanted to fight you, Ghosto. Ghost can't. Oh. Oh, they're gonna eat me. I look delicious. Not if I eat them first. Open up, Bianca. We're gonna have to eat every one of these candles. So how warm is it right now in good old Nippon? I can tell you. I can pull out my telephone. Look at the numbers on it. In Nagoya right now, it is at 2 a.m. It is 22 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna have to change that to Fahrenheit for the Americans who don't know what that is. That is 72 degree. 72 Fahrenheit is 22 Celsius at 2 a.m. So it's not. It could be worse, is what I'm saying. We're still in June, so it's not oppressively hot yet. In the daytime, it's getting there, but in the nighttime, it's at least we got something. Well, it's officially noon and lunchtime, and my child is still awake. I guess I'm gonna make my way to McCondles, but I'll be mid-Condles. All right, Ape, can you get me some chicken nuggets too? That would rule. Learn something new every day is good, but Concho is something I could have gotten on with not knowing about. I gotta wait like 30 minutes before internet is open. Kind of gross for nights. Yeah, but not for Nagoya. It's pretty nice for Nagoya. Yes! I'm gonna talk to this flame. heard there was a treasure in this castle. Damn, Zance! It's a little chill-ole. No, wait, what's the opposite of that? Hot. I used to want to go to Japan, but then I found out about the deodorant thing. What's the deodorant thing? Oh yeah, that it's kind of not a thing? I haven't thought about that in years. Because the only time I use it, yeah, they barely have it. Yeah, that's true. Huh. I never think about it because the only time I ever use it is in summer. Because you don't really sweat in any of the other seasons. And what I do is, shit's Omega Tropical Hot. Yeah, that is true. But like what I usually do is every time I go home to visit my parents, like every time I go visit my parents, they take me to Costco and they're just like, buy some stuff to bring back to Japan. And I always buy like a 12 pack of deodorant and that keeps me going for the next 2 years. So like it's not too much of an issue. Like if you plan to go back and visit your folks every now and then, just grab a few from the store. Oh, it's boss time. It's Boss Ghost. I'm gonna give him what for? Good lord. This is another theme that benefited greatly from the orchestrated soundtrack on the PS2 version. Because it's not a great boss theme, the MIDI version, but when you hear the symphonic version, it's like, oh, that's what they were going for. Yeah, this is good. Meta. 12. Hey. Yeah. Her whip's doing the same as her magic. Can I get another Lucanon off? Because that would rule. I can indeed. Her name is also Bianca in the Japanese version. Neat. Yes, it is. Ouchie wouchies. And then, who's the other girl? Because her name in Japanese is Flora. And I cannot remember what her... Nira? Is it Nera? Nira? Yeah. In Japanese, she is Flora. And then Deborah is Deborah. But Deborah's not in this one. Yep, that's it. Oh, get out of here, Ghosto. My television is level 9 now. Oh, hang on a sec. My wife's going to bed. I'm back. In slime form. Alright, my wife wanted to rub some weird, it's not weird, it feels great, cream. It's got like a numbing cream. Hey, Chivo! That she put on my arms, and now my arms feel like they're floating in space, and it's pretty good. I like Deborah. Who was it? A Retronauts guy? Jeremy Parrish. He said hot summer in Japan smells like wet dog. Kinda. Names are usually different between English and DQ9, for example. Sandy is instead Stella. Yeah, that's right! I remember that. So, but looking at most of the names in the English version of DQ9, they're mostly changed. Aaron Petty. No, it's Sandy. It's Stella in DQ9 in the Japanese version is supposed to be Sandy Jr. Which, I don't know, I kind of see her as more of a Sandy than a Stella. Bum bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. I got a gold orb from my ghost pals. Alright, let me do a quick Chivo check. Chivos. Beep beep boop boop. Wait, what? I sold this. What the fuck? Why is there an achievement for acquiring a hand-woven cape? Okay. And it's not missable? Oh boy, we're gonna have to be careful here. Because I took her cape and I sold it already. That was the hand-woven cape. Unless there's a second one. Stella being a star-related word, like I liked it for the English version with... Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. That reminds me of my grandparents' place down in Georgia, 18 miles outside of Albany. So goddamn hot and smell like dogs. Is that why they call it the dog days of summer? Because everything just smells like dog? You know what, though? I've been putting off cleaning my air conditioner because it is gross. My wife and I have been living here for 6 years, and I haven't cleaned it. Like, it was dirty when we moved in. The real estate company, like, they cleaned up the apartment and they refurbished the walls and stuff that were full of holes, but they did not clean the aircon units. And, like, it's gross. And last summer, I was running it every day, and I basically had a cold all summer. My bronchial tubes were just fucked up all summer. Where am I going? I'm still in Ghost Town. So I think I need to just bite the bullet and look up a tutorial on Japanese YouTube and put on a mask, put on 2 masks, and open that thing up and just pull something out, give it a scrub. Yeah, I gotta do that tomorrow because it's getting hot. Like, we're coming down to it here. It's not like Death Valley hot yet, but it's coming up on it. Celestian you talked to for multiplayer was called Pavo. Yeah, everyone was a bird, right? Like wasn't everybody named after a bird? Like Pavo, Aquila, Moltres. Hey, King Ghost, can I just go out the front door, buddy? That would really just be an easy fix for this entire thing. I do like in the remake they actually changed the layout to make it make sense and sort of feel like an actual castle would. There we go. Apis major, Aquila, Corvus. There we go. Wait, what bird is Corvus? And Patui! That's right, the world's most poisonous bird. Corvidae is a family of birds. Ah! Widely distributed genus of medium-sized to large birds in the family Corvidae. Does that have a common name? Because I don't know what the fuck a Corvidae looks like. Like, is it like a sparrow? Or a mockingbird? I got a kitty pal. Crows? Crows. Corvus Cuervo, Crow Detective. Hi, Ike. Is that real? Please say it is. Going to the park to feed the Corvus. Honey, don't be out long. Just going to feed the Corvus, mother. It is if you want it to be. I kind of do. Wait, don't I get to name him? Killing me. Move, kids. Get out the way. Alright. We've proven our bravery. Can I name him now? We gotta name this little kitty. Borongo. Yes, it is the classic name. We're going with Borongo. Nice. Oh, I love our 2-frame animation walk cycle. I was watching my dudes at the bar on Saturday watch... I can't even say playthrough because you just watch it. They're watching the Guilty Gear Strive story mode. It's insanity. It's some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, some of it's really cool. Most of it's really stupid. The part where Corvus hooks up all the Celestians into some kind of Matrix-like battery so he can kill and dethrone God is pretty great. I don't remember any of that. I beat DQ9 exactly twice. Right when the Japanese version came out, and then again right when the English version came out, and I haven't touched them since. So I could not tell you one beat of that story. Other than the intro, which is, you fall out of heaven. You're a village's guardian angel, and you fall out of heaven. And someone took all the magical figs from the god tree. That's it? Wait a minute, where do I get this hand-woven cape? Reward for the rescue? Where is it? Fall into Angel Falls? The reminds me, I was releasing No More 200. That Cthulhu Snack Food copy had to have been pre-recorded, right? I don't remember. But we don't usually pre-record anything. The only thing I pre-record is the Dream Corner, right when I wake up. Oh no, wait. I know what you're talking about. Yes, that was pre-written. It was not pre-recorded, but it was pre-written. Yes, I remember that now. Yeah, that's right. We did something special for 200. I will sometimes pre-write things. Was it really? Well, thank you. Smo, welcome back. This is where I get my hand-woven cape. Oh no. I heard No Momo has been 90% scripted for years. Shut up. Listened up to E3 part of No Momo. Oh, on your jog? Nice. Yeah, how was the run, Smo? Getting back into it. The more I think about the puns in 9, the more funny they get. Oh boy, this is... It's not this one. It's not... Hang on. There's a different... Is it this one? No. I won't stop talking about fan noise. Oh, this is where I go to Fairyland. Which has one of my favorite tracks in the game. It's the chillest town music you've ever heard. What is that knocking noise? What is that follower noise? Keanu Fumi! Thank you for the follow. I loved you in Speed, and The Matrix Reloaded. Just those two. You have to help the jack of all trades who, after eating a fig, transforms into master of new... God, I hate that. And I hate them because they are exactly what they're supposed to be. They're bad puns. I'm big and slow, 3 miles, 14.45 a mile, but stayed in 89% of max heart rate for 30. That's good. That Whoop company that advertises on a lot of podcasts using one of them. Whoop. What is Whoop? I do need to get back out and running. I went running twice. And then my stupid brain did that thing where I'm like, well, I did it twice, so like I'm good for the whole summer now, right? And then I need my brain to tell my body, no, idiot. There it is. Man, the achievement made it sound like it was from Bianca. And I'm like, I sold her cape. So that's good. Oh, right, it was for rescuing the dwarf, not for rescuing Baby Panther from those goons. What is next? Learn how to unlock wooden doors. Retrieve the Flute of Spring. Rescue Prince Henry. Become a teenager. Ooh, boy. Whoop is a strap like a Fitbit. It's my first time running since mid-January. Damn. Every year I'm like, I tell myself, like, I'm going to start running in the winter. So that you can, like, you know, you're generating your own heat when you go out running. But every year I'm just like, yeah, but I'm inside and it's so warm under these blankets. I don't want to go out and be cold. When I know I would only be cold for like the first 5 or so minutes. There's also a weird thing though when I run in the winter where, oh, it's adult me. Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's a nice orb you got there, buddy. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. Aw. Take good care of your dad. Same with New Year's resolutions for running. Yeah. Like, it's real easy to do it once or twice, but then after that, you're like, well, I did it. I'm done, right? Casually swaps it for a fake orb. Ring Fit helped me get back into running. Yeah, I've heard Ring Fit is pretty good for that. I'm sure I very literally made it to the day most people quit their resolutions. I want to see my fairy pal. Time travel is great. Bum, bum, bum. Hey you, where's my dad? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. January 17th. Oh, is that the day that most people quit? That I did not know. Where should I go now? I guess I'll talk to my dad. Is he upstairs? Because talking to adult me is a plot flag, right? Because I did that. It's called Quit Day. It's apparently a real thing. It's the day most people quit their resolutions. Huh. Mura no soto ni detari shinai you ni na. I'm not... I can't leave the village, Dad. Oh, fuck, that's me as an adult. Yeah, he doesn't tell his dad, like, Dad, there's a guy in the village who looks like me as an adult. Wait, what does Sancho say? Morning, kid. By the way... Alright, Sancho's been noticing weird stuff. And I would like to notice weird stuff. I would like to go to Fairyland. And I know what happens here. Now say that like you're a Japanese kid. No. Oh shit! Borongo can wear it? Yo! Watasu. Put this on my boy. Hell yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Cool. Sabui, sabui. Alright, well I guess we'll go in the cave. Because I can still do that, right? See if I can't find my dad. My dad's not in there because there's his boat. Wait, what? Oh. Wait a minute, I see what I'm supposed to do. Because I finally checked the walkthrough. I always get confused on the order of events in the beginning of this game. Everything kind of runs together. Boop, boop, boop. Who's this ghost girl hanging out? What? You can see me? All right. Alright, she wants to hang out in the basement, which is a cool place to hang out, not gonna lie. There she is! Let's be ghost pals. I mean, you be a ghost, I'll be a human. Oh, it's Bella. I come to the human world to pull pranks. I heard some voices. It's real cold down here. Don't catch cold playing all by yourself here where there is clearly no one else. Okay, Dad, don't worry. See? Dumbass adults can't see me. But you're special. Come to my fairy realm. Okay. Nice. I love this song.
Kids, if someone asks you to come to their fairy realm, do not follow them.
That's bullshit. Always follow them. Assuming they're real fairies is what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's called due diligence, kids. Something real funny to me about admonishing kids. For that. No, yeah, kids, you can go with strangers. Just make sure you know who they are. Duh. The Spring Breeze Flute. Without the Spring Breeze... Without the Spring Breeze Blute... My mouth is dumb. Without the Spring Breeze Flute, this world cannot escape. It cannot become spring. It's going to be stuck in winter. Television, will you go retrieve the flute for us? Yes. I will be a friend to fairy kind. Bella, you go too. Yes, Lady Powan. I'm praying that you will recover the flute and bring it back here so we can melt snow. Cool. All right. Wow, yeah, it's so much better in the remake because it's a giant tree. It's actually more elf themed. I can save my game here, and I will because it's 2:30 a.m. and I gotta go. Thank you for watching my stream, even though I yell like a child. Bah, bah. It was real fun. Alright, fun. That's it! Hey, we started DQ5 today. And I'm glad we did, because I really wanted to do some DQ. Thank you for watching, Vomino and Xance and Sharktopus and Smo. Everyone else who's hanging out. Bloptimus Prime, Severb, been hanging around the entire stream. That's some amazing stamina. Is not a crook. Ver Jr., Cyanide, the Trotino Basso Archie, or the Sottolineatura Archie. I'll see you folks later. Go have fun.